What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to yet another Warframe video. If you watched the video from yesterday where I was going over the announcement of the double resource weekend that was slated for the 11th through 17th, which I know is not really a weekend, but that's what DE said, which is going to be the first double resource weekend since March of 2020, multiple years ago, over 2 years ago. If you watched that video, you might have been like, oh, that's kind of cool. I might sign in, get that double Kuva, get those double Orokin cells, even get double Void Traces, even, because those are affected by boosters as well. You might have been like, okay, I might sign. I haven't signed into Warframe since ever since the new war, because that update was really disappointing. You know, like, the quest was fun, but everything else about it was, like, not really a live service game kind of update. Well, I have some news for you today. Apparently, DE watched my video too, where they're like, oh wait, that does sound pretty good. Because they have decided to cancel the double resource event thing that was going on. And no, you're not going crazy. This is real life. DE decided to cancel the double resource weekend within 24 hours of announcing it. If you look at my video from yesterday here, got about 9,300 views, so multiple thousand people have seen this announcement, only for me alone. And that's not even to mention DE on their own official dev stream was showing off this double resource event that's coming up. The senior community manager and the community coordinator were showing this off on their stream with who knows how many thousand people. And you know what's even more mind-blowing? They're acting like nothing happened. Here's the same page we were looking at in the video yesterday. The exact same web page, but all they did was they edited this image, which, if we look at our video from yesterday, it had a resource booster and an affinity booster. It said earn double affinity and resources across the origin system from this time. They literally just backspaced and resources and changed the image to not have a resource booster in it. They have not commented on this, guys. They are completely radio silent. And just another reminder, here's some very thrilling Warframe gameplay in the background. Just another reminder, the game is currently in a near unplayable state for anyone that wants to do like good damage numbers. The Merciless Arcanes, the Galvanized mods, all that stuff that came from Sister of Parvos, those stacks do not work properly. And it took DE over a week to respond to a formal bug report on that, which is a game-ruining, like, unplayable state bug. But within 24 hours, they realized, like, oh, wait, we haven't done a resource weekend in multiple years for a reason. The players in this game actually know what they're doing nowadays. They know how to farm things properly. It's crazy. It's like, this is probably the new low. I thought that Regal Aya, like, saying plat wasn't possible, was the lowest of the low. But I'm kind of thinking this might be worse, because it's so insane. Something about double resource weekends, it's like, I pointed out yesterday, like, it hasn't been since March of 2020, and I was like pointing it out. I'm like, whoa, this is actually happening again for once. Let's farm Steel Essence. Let's farm, Vitus Essence. I'm gonna put out some guides on like how to farm this stuff. DE must have been like, oh, I don't know if they watched my video. I don't know what happened, but something happened in the last 24 hours where they decided it was no, abort mission, abort double resource event. Because, double affinity, these throwaway double affinity events that we get, we have gotten so many double affinity events. I'm going to guess, at least in the last year, we've gotten 10 double XP weekends. Because don't forget, last year we had the lead up to the new war, like, whatever they wanted to call it, where it was like, every other weekend was like a credit booster, and the weekend that wasn't the credit booster was the XP booster. They throw away XP booster weekends like they're nothing. It's because they are nothing. For people at the end of the game, pretty much like me and a lot of people who, are enfranchised in the game, double XP does nothing for us. Double resources is actually interesting because you can multiply that with a store-bought resource booster for 4x resources. If you can smeed a cat 8 times, it gets real crazy. So yes, this has been canceled, guys, with no explanation. I really feel like us as a community, and I mean anyone that was even knew this was a thing, we deserve a response from DE. It is very, very, it's just honestly disappointing that they would try to pull the wool over our eyes like that. It's like, you literally had it on your official primetime stream, DE. Like, the community coordinators and managers were talking about this on your stream, and now you're gonna do a complete, try to sneak it past us like we didn't notice? Like, what the heck? And the funny thing is, the video yesterday was like, oh yeah, is this worth signing in for? I actually was telling people, yeah, it's worth signing in for, even if you haven't played in a while. And you know what the crazy part of that was? People were commenting on that video saying, no, this is not enough. I'm going to just only come back for Daviri. And that's the crazy thing, too, is like the vast majority of players are just normies. They get hyped for the new update. They play the update. It's probably buggy as heck. It's just status quo. They'll get hyped for the next update, too. It's pretty much like how Star Wars and, Disney Plus shows have become nowadays, where it's like, yeah, just pump them out. Yeah, just pump them out. Dude, the normie, like, Marvel enjoyers and, like, some monsters that enjoy the new Star Wars stuff, they'll keep watching it no matter what. Just put Boba Fett in there. Who cares we ruin the character? Who cares we ruin our reputation as DE? Like, honestly, at this point, the developers that are making the game right now are not the same developers that released Plains of Eidolon. This does not feel like the same people right here, and it's not. I really get the feeling that it's just like, and honestly, someone that's been paying attention to all this stuff over the years could probably come to this conclusion as well. They are racing to make this a mobile game so they can just cash out on it. Look at how Regal Aya was such a cash grab, and they were gloating about how good it was. And did you know there's another Regal Aya event planned in the near future? We don't know the exact date, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tennocon dropped that Regal Aya date again. The Aya farming event where you could basically get any prime you wanted, and it was just like you could. Also you could buy any prime you wanted. That's the big point there. So we were about to have a FOMO event farming double Kuva, and they turned it into a throwaway double XP event that no one. Dude, don't sign in for that. Obviously, it's not like double XP was going to bring anyone back. It's mind blowing, guys. It's really mind blowing. Let me know in the comments if you think is this the new low for DE? Because I actually think Regal Aya lying to us saying that plat wasn't possible might have been worse than this because that's actual money, and this is just playing with your emotions. Hey, you look on the bright side. The only people that knew about this DE were people that were maybe considering coming back, or your enfranchised players. Not very important demographics. Returning players, people that really support you all the time. Who cares about them? They're not going to notice that we changed it to just an XP weekend. Yeah, they're never going to get a resource weekend again. What I'm guessing happened, if you want my spaghetti tinfoil hat theory here, I think that whoever's actually, I'm not going to put a name on it because I don't want to do any personal attacks. It's no one on this screen, though. The people on this screen had nothing to do with this. Someone was they're like, okay, we'll do a double resource event. Whoever the reward person at DE is, and yes, you know who you are, person that potentially is watching this video right now. They're like, oh, wait, no, we don't do double resource weekends anymore, dude. No. We have Steel Essence and Vitus Essence now. We don't need no double resource weekend. The players are getting the resources fast enough. They're getting their void traces fast enough. It's mind-blowing because, like I said, there's no replacement. There's radio silence. The game is still unplayable, and they're celebrating by, knee-jerk, not even knee-jerk. Hey, you know what, DE? You say we knee-jerk react to stuff all the time? This is you knee-jerk reacting to something. Because whoever the rewards guy was said, no, roll it back. We ain't doing a double resource weekend ever again. Because, history kind of shows that. March 2020, the last one, and honestly, to me, that feels like that actually might not even happen, but the forum says it did happen. So yeah, I'm guessing we'll never get a resource weekend ever again. I honestly have no faith in these devs at all with how things have been going. A completely game-ruining bug is not been addressed for multiple weeks. Probably won't get changed until after Tennocon, honestly. And all the while, everyone's just, like I said, it's get hyped for product, consume product, move on to the next product. The people are going to be watching Tennocon with their starry eyes as they watch the art panel that no one cares about, that will show one weapon that will come out 6 months later. They're going to be listening to them making fart noises for the infested on the sound panel, and then there's going to be a 2-hour presentation of Daviri, pre-recorded, and actually it won't even be pre-recorded, trailer gameplay, not actually exactly how it plays. And yeah, we're just going to do the same thing we did last year, where it's okay, well, I hope this doesn't suck. And then the new war comes out, it's the worst. It's probably honestly one of the ending fourth horseman of the apocalypse of terrible updates. You have Railjack, you got New War. I'm forgetting some other ones. We need 4 of them, and it's the end times, and the game is done. Because you know what the big thing is, guys? Games like this don't just instantly die. They slowly bleed out over time. These are the types of things that can linger in someone's mind. They're like, oh, I was excited for Double Resource Weekend. Oh, they canceled it randomly and didn't even tell us why. These are the types of things that latch in your mind when you think about this game, and every time you're thinking about it, you're like, oh, in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, I remember that one time they totally screwed us over and didn't even tell us like any reasoning at all. Especially with, hey, at least with Emergence Dissipate, they told you why they nerfed it. It wasn't a good reason, but they at least told you. Here it's like, oh, we're just no one noticed. No one noticed. Gaz's video almost has 10,000 views on it. Some other content creators might have made a video on it too. Yeah, it's like, what was that, like 30,000 views total? That's only 30,000 people. The amount of money we're probably saving from selling here's the thing, the crazy thing too is like, yeah, you can buy resources in this game with plat, but who the heck's doing that? You can't even buy Kuva with plat. You can't buy Vitus Essence with plat. You can't buy Steel Essence with plat. The reason we wanted to do this DE is because the rates for this stuff sucks unless you're doing very specific farms for Vitus Essence. And additionally, it's like, are we not allowed to get excited for things in this game? You brought back Dog Days like 5 times, dude. You brought back Dog Days like without a missed year, 5 years in a row. And you know what? We're still AFKing it because every year you bring that crap back. It's the same thing as last year. No new weapons, no new mechanics besides patching out cheese spots. Hey, guess what, DE? We had another cheese spot this year. How many years is it going to take until you're like, oh wait, we should actually put some effort into this crap we keep churning out, instead of just taking back things that are potentially beneficial to the player and just like leaving garbage in like this galvanized stack bug. How about you actually do some upkeep on this stuff? Dog Days. Hell, remove Dog Days from the game, and every time you're about to do a Dog Days, put a Double Resource Weekend instead. You will. I would be infinitely more happy because Dog Days is trash. You keep bringing that around like it's actually good. All right, we're getting off topic here, but the main thing here, guys, is this is probably the lowest of the low, and the other moment that was very low was earlier this year too. So I think we're going majorly downhill with DE. I know a lot of you guys said this game is dead. I still really enjoy it, but I feel like even like the whitest of white knights is going to have a hard time defending this. Because if you know the full picture, you know like, okay, well, they did formally show it on their stream. Gaz made a video on it yesterday because it was on their official website. And all of a sudden, oh, smoke and mirrors, it's gone. It's just a double XP event now. How do you defend that? I'm guessing the only way you could possibly defend that, and this is not a full defense, but I'm just going to go ahead and humor whoever could potentially have this train of thought. Oh, it said double resource weekend yesterday. Now it says double affinity week. It was a mistake in the first place. It was never supposed to be 6 days. Okay, that has nothing to do with resources. That is a time frame issue, not a contents of what's in this event issue. So yeah. If that's your defense, you better start thinking of a better one, dude, because as far as I'm concerned, this is unacceptable. We need an explanation of what happened, and honestly, DE, you're just going to be causing some problems to yourself, so I'd say get that double resource event going, because, like I said, multiple years with none, and you immediately, like, yoink it back less than 24 hours later when you do announce it, so pretty pathetic. I can't even believe, like, this is not, I couldn't have even dreamed of making this video, but here we are. DE went there, and yeah, don't ever give them money, ever. I think we'll leave it at that. Peace out, guys.